FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
As I said, there is a slippery slide there, and torture is certainly at the end of that slippery slide. And in America, psychologists were involved in some of those torture practices after September the 11th. So the APA, which is the American Psychological Society Association, came out quite strongly against it, rather late. This is only June 2009. Okay, it forbids all those things there, but look at the second point. It forbids the exploitation of fears, phobias, or psychopathology. And I've said that the investigative psychologist's main focus is exploiting fears, not necessarily phobias, but at the psychopathology of people. So I guess if we were in America, we'd have to look twice at that. Okay, this is my opinion now. This is where I'm going to put it out to you. To be effective, investigative psychologists cannot be hampered by the absolutes of a human rights perspective. We can't do it the nice way. We have to do it in the dark way. Evil psychology must prevail. The rights of the community at large should prevail over the rights of the individual criminal. That's a big challenge. I guess if you talk to 99% of the community, they'd agree wholeheartedly to that. But I guess we're a bit more sophisticated than that. But I'm putting that out to you. In this case, we have to consider that. Through their activities, organised criminals have placed themselves outside many of the protections and considerations offered to law-abiding citizens. They've put themselves out there. They don't deserve the protections of human rights. What we're doing to them to help destabilise them, to exploit their vulnerabilities, is to the betterment of society. Therefore, investigative psychologists are not transgressing their ethical guidelines. The ethical guidelines have not caught up with us. So what do? Carry on with impunity? In other words, just do it as we're doing it? Move out of the work altogether. That's the other extreme. Look, why not actually train the investigators to think psychologically? Therefore, psychologists can step back and they don't get their hands dirty. There's a fellow called David Mutton, who's probably one of the gurus in investigative psychology. He said his aim is to make himself redundant. In other words, his aim is to make police and investigators think psychologically, and then you don't need psychologists. Same thing, use intelligence analysts. And maybe they should modify the codes of ethics. And I think that's an issue that I have had with some of our ethical boards over the last couple of years, where I think they have a very narrow, clinical, client-centred view of psychology. And I'm presenting a very different one there.